Operation Status Quo. Operation Status Quo. Ready to proceed. Engage. 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 Oh, man. Come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? Why am I doing what I'm doing, and why is it happening the way it's happening? I'm trying again. We started off with some green, but now it's let me get rid of this music out of here. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Oh, darn it. There we go. We got rid of that. Anyway, let's see. Am I here? Can you see me? Does anybody see me? I'm having some horrible internet issues here with the connectivity for this particular broadcast here today. Hello, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pete Palma. You are going with the flow here on Operation Status Quo, because that's what we do here, Operation Status Quo. We identify the status quo, and then we go with the flow of the quo, and that's all you can do, because that's the way the world is today. I see a green box here. I see my face moving there a little bit, so we're going to give it this is my fourth attempt. So I don't know if that's the universe telling me to please leave you poor people alone, but it is what it is, and I do my best. I want to be here for you, the people. I'm a man of the people. I love the people. You are the people. I'm the people. We're the people. It's all one people. See? All right? That's what's going on here on Operation Status Quo. What was I going to say? Oh, so I did want to mention, the lights. I'm having a little fun with the lights today. I have additional settings that I've never utilized on these lights, so I can make them a little more. See how this one's kind of really flashy right in front of me. So I'm sorry if that tends to get annoying in any capacity for you, you could just let me know, and we can tone down the lights if you're having any sort of seizure or some type of event that is traumatic to you in your life. All right, I'm going to keep it basically short and sweet the best I can here, because I don't feel like I have a great internet connection here today. I noticed on the video that I did yesterday also there were it seemed like the video was jumping around, but the audio seemed to work pretty well. So at worst case scenario, you can just listen to what I say, which is probably better for you than I had my phone here. Let me put that on silent, which is probably better for you anyway than to watch me and everything else. I don't even know what I said. I got distracted. So today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, and first of all, let me start by saying, for those who are new or don't realize, this is a place of love and togetherness and oneness. It's a place where we want to just be open to other ideas and have conversation. That's why first and foremost, I always invite anybody with whatever your opinion may be or whatnot. You're more than welcome to be part of the show. You're more than welcome to give some topics you'd like to see discussed, or even come on the show yourself and talk about whatever topic it is that you would like to talk about, because I really like people and I like talking to people. And so today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, Holy A.I. Botman, right? Because the world today is getting a little crazy, right, with all this AI stuff going on. And the bots, we got the bots, and, on social media, and you don't know if you're talking to real people or not. Personally, I feel like, the AI is almost like a little separate conversation in a sense. Like, I it's part of it, but it's part of it because of what I'm going to get to. But in general, AI itself, I mean, it's pretty interesting, and you see the things that are happening, how quickly it's developing, as far as they got that chat bot thing that can make a painting or, write a poem for you or get your schoolwork done and whatever. I wouldn't mind having one of those to do my day job. I can train it to do the administrative nonsense I do on the computer, and and it can just do it for me, which would be great. Honestly, I foresee, like, in the future, I think it'll be wonderful. We'll have like robots walking around, and instead of like all the landscapers outside, it'll just be robots walking around edging your lawn and stuff like that. And people who do the roofing, instead of like having to get all those people up there on the roof sweating all day long doing that kind of hard labor, the robots will be up there on the roof, and that'll give more people a little bit of time to just relax, watch their Netflix, sit on the couch. You don't have to worry. And we talked about money on the last show. We know that that's fake, right? So you can get rid of the money, get the robots doing stuff, and then what do? You just kind of hang out. You pluck an orange from the tree, and you go hang out on the beach for a while. So, I mean, I think that's a beautiful potential world that we can have, and we should embrace it instead of like, let's not fear the AI. They talk about the AI taking all the jobs. I'm like, good. Let the AI take the jobs. I mean, what are we doing? Who really wants to do these jobs anyway? It's like, and if we just go back to what I was saying yesterday with the monetary system being a farce, and we get rid of the monetary system, and now we got the robots doing the work. I mean, not for nothing. I hate to do the applause again so soon, but it's a win-win. It's a win-win-win-win-win. It's so many wins. I'm going to make myself go blind. All right. Hey-o. So today's episode, Holy A.I. Botman, but the truth is about the bots, and what I wanted to say is because it's interesting, because we're so concerned about what artificial intelligence is, how it's going to be introduced into our lives. Is it going to be intrusive? Is it going to take over humanity and all this type of thing? But, the truth is, like, the AI is already out there, like living, breathing AI, they exist. And this comes from a post that I had put on my Facebook about early in March. And it kind of goes like this. We've all heard of bots online, right? Like Twitter and all that type of stuff, about all the bots out there. You don't know if they're real accounts or not. But did you know true bots are the sleepwalkers among us? Those who do not know that they do not know, nor do they know that there is something to know. They just know what they are told to know. They are the personification of AI, programmed by media and propaganda, controlled by finances and resources, and enslaved by technology. They walk among us without introspective thought or connection to their source. They are designed and bred to merely exist and consume. And just to say on the end, as a little bit of a public service announcement, don't be a bot. Bots are bad, but they're not bad. Bots aren't bad. And this is not, I know I like to write that way. It sounds nice and all that type of thing, but the truth is it's not about attacking anyone. And it's not even about, trying to say anybody's less than anybody else. And the reason why we do Operation Status Quo is to just share information and try to expand the flow of the quo, you know what I mean? So it's about getting into deeper trends of thought. And what I'm trying to say is, and this has happened, this is all of us. And that's why this message, is here. You're born into this world and you're basically programmed from day one. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. I mean, I'm trying to say you were born and then you're born with, whatever your circumstances are. These kids coming up today, they're born with the phones and everything in their hand from day one. So they're like zip plugged in, I mean, it took years before I had a cell phone. So let's see here. My still. It looks like I'm still here. I see that my bit rate is very low, and we're still struggling on the internet. This show's like on life support today. Do I have Where's my? Do I have a heartbeat? I know I had a heartbeat. Oh yeah, here's my heartbeats. We're on life support, ladies and gentlemen. Operation Status Quo is on life support. The internet does not want to cooperate with the quo. It doesn't want to flow with the quo, So it's trying to stop the show. But we won't let it, will we? We will continue to flow as long as the quo has somewhere to go. Oh, that was great. I love that. All right. Anyway, what the hell I'm talking about. But this is the concept that I'm trying to say is that, and this is why there's so much division, I think, in the world today, too, really, just because. And we're all guilty, to different degrees and levels. But at the same time, I feel we also have responsibility to be aware of, who we are, what we are, and that separation of I was going to say separation of church and state, but, separation of your physical essence and your spiritual essence. So really kind of the same thing, right? And you're born into this world and basically programmed through your education, through, and it's not your parents' fault either, because that's how they were raised and they think they're teaching you the right thing, and then like when we talked about the stuff with the money yesterday, you can go back and watch that episode. You got to, get your job and, do those things. And this is the right way to do this. And blah, blah, blah. And like, and the older you get, I mean, you see how children, they're innocent, they play, they just have their imagination. And as you get older, you get more and more entrenched into the programming, and that's where these people become bots. I feel like sleepwalkers, where and people get angry. Things that are going on in the world today. I think that's one of the biggest things, and this is not like pro Trump or against Trump or something, but the reason why, I mean, this is a guy, and forget about, I mean, I get his personality and how he comes across and whatever. I mean, is he some innocent little angel? Of course not, but at the same time, he comes out with this type of personality in this way and shakes things up, shakes up the status quo, as it were. And you see the turmoil we've been in for all these years, right? And because, I don't want to go too deep into it in a sense, making it all conspiratorial and that type of thing. But, there are powers that be, right? There's powers that be that make money, that have control, that have power. I mean, this isn't like something I'm saying that, I think we can all agree on this, right? So, they want to maintain that little playpen that they allow us to be in. So, and that's why society's programmed in the way it is. That's why it's so commercialized. All the products, again, stuff I talked about yesterday, all the products and stuff we don't need, just taking ourself away from the true things that we can be. And so a lot of people are, to me, living, breathing bots. You don't have to look for a bot online. The bot is the person walking down the street with their earbuds in, not paying attention to nature while they're out for a walk. And I'm not saying don't put your earbuds in if you go for a walk, but I just see people, walk their dog, they're not even paying attention to the dog. The dog's halfway up a tree. It's like, pay attention. I don't know. It's just interesting concept to me. And everybody's so afraid of artificial intelligence and what's to come in the future? Are we going to be overtaken? But the truth is we're already overtaken. Your mind has been overtaken. Your spirituality has been overtaken. Your sovereignty, your essence, your divine connection, the source. You already are artificial intelligence. I don't even say you like I'm pointing a finger at you, like we, we're in this. So how do we work together, to start building a higher level of life quality for everyone, to re-engage people into society instead of just being, just think about you just get up in the morning. To me, I'm not this way. I don't even really feel like I'm in this world half the time. I pretty much have my own mindset. I feel from my heart, and I just kind of live through my intuition, and nothing really upsets me too much. Even when crazy stuff goes on the news or something, I just feel like it's just more BS. It's just rah, rah, rah to get people scared and upset, and it's just a culture of such a small minded way of living, just get up, go get your coffee, you run all day, you do this, you do that, the kids at the soccer game. I'm not even saying that stuff's even bad, but I just mean it's the way it's created, the way it's done. It's just it's almost I don't know. I feel like it's a prison. They're building us a prison, they're building us a prison to live in. What was that? That's that song by oh God, what's the name of the band? I can't think of it now. They're building us a prison. So the bots are out there, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't have to be bots. Any of us. It's so funny to me personally because I've always been basically a buck the system type person. If you say this is the rule, the first thing I want to do is say, okay, so how do we get around this? Because this doesn't unless it makes sense. If it's 3 feet of water in a pool and it says no diving, I would think, okay, well, that makes sense. You don't want to dive head first into a pool of only, 3 feet of water, right? But when they have other rules, I don't know, I'm not even gonna get into it, whatever, just normal rules like taxes. That's a rule, right? It's not, that's a dumb rule. But seriously, it's a beautiful time, and that's why I'm coming on the way I'm coming on, doing this Operation Status Quo. It's a beautiful time. I think it's time for humanity to just embrace, to release themselves from fear. We are the creators. We are the creators, and when they do what they do, in a sense, the powers that be through, media, through commercialism, through Hollywood, through all the things that they do, to keep us thinking, oh, look, why can't I be Beyonce? And all this kind. Matter of fact, sometimes I have dreams about being Beyonce. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, but I can't help myself. But seriously, they and that really creates this whole level of divide when the truth is we all have equal talents. You don't have to be a celebrity, to make a difference in the world. You could be the guy that whatever, you have a little corner store and you help out your neighborhood and you're nice to people. It makes a big difference. Or, just how they always want to downplay even some something like, a mother that stays home, right? Like, the idea of the housewife or the stay-at-home mom is like almost like vilified, like it's an insult, to a woman, a woman who's made by God to to bear children and give birth, but it's an insult for her to be the caretaker and of this child and to maintain a beautiful home and an environment for a family. Like, our whole. Of course, a woman could go do whatever she wants. I mean, matter of fact, she could even turn into a man if she wants, because that's what they're doing these days. The crazy kids. They're turning into women and men, women and men, women and men. That's a song by They Might Be Giants. I know the band. How many songs do you think I can break into while I'm talking? But anyway, the point of this Holy A.I. bot man is the bots are out there. You may be a bot, but don't get mad. We're all bots to a degree. We're all programmed. We're all living in this matrix, but we're breaking free, and that's what's going on out there, So don't be a bot. I said bots are bad, but I don't even want to use the word bad, because nothing's bad, nothing's good. Everything just is as it should, and it's all part of the divine purpose. So, my biggest message, what I hope this show at some point translates into is to, just give a space of acceptance, of gratitude, of caring for your fellow man. We don't have to be better than anybody. We don't have to feel like, they're worse than me, or I'm better than them and they did this and that makes me this. And it's none of that. Like, we're all on a journey and we're all in different spaces. And if you have a life where you happen to be here, I'm sure there were past lives where you weren't, or maybe you got some new lives coming up that won't be. So, it's not about you hit the pinnacle because you had a successful career or, one of those type of things. And not to say that's a bad thing. I mean, successful career is good, but I'm just trying to say, to put everything in a perspective of, of what we're really here for. And, this life is not the real life. It's the dream life. And we're here to do other things. And that's why, again, I'm going to wrap it up with this. That's why they program us to be bots, through everything I mentioned, Hollywood media, whatever, politics. It's all programming, the food, everything. It's all programmed to keep you as a bot, because if you were not a bot, then you would be in touch with you. You don't need them. You don't need them. You don't need the system, because you have everything already. You are it. You have everything. You are the essence. You are the connection with God. You're everything. So they don't want you to realize how much power you have. This goes for your health. It goes for your finances. It goes for your daily mood. Everything. You are in total control. Believe it or not. Not everything's going to be perfect. I mean, there's caveats to everything. Whatever maybe soul purpose you have, or whatever karmic things going on. I mean, not everything's going to be, as my grandmom says, it's not all peaches and cream. That's what she used to say about being married. It's not all peaches and cream. I know, grandmom, God rest your soul, but she was great. Seriously though, it's not all peaches and cream, but maybe once in a while you have a little hunk of peach and you have to wait a couple of days and you get a little bit of cream. Maybe you can't always have them all together, and the point is just to be compassionate to others. And if you're in a space of abundance in your life, it doesn't mean you have to give everything away, but give your heart, give your soul, give your kindness, give your love. What can you give of that essence, that connection, to bring us all together to build, a higher way of being and interacting, where we don't have to try to shut each other down. So that's basically what it's about. Holy A.I. Botman, the bots are out there. We've been programmed, and we don't have to be. Don't be afraid of the artificial intelligence, because it's already out there. We are it. So let's get it together, people. Let's pick each other up, help each other up, and support each other. You see what's going on over these years, and the times are changing. We got all these kids coming up now. God forbid, these young kids, right? I mean, young that are missing all these experiences of socialization and going to school, and just everything. The way the world's changed, it's scared to death. Masks and vaccines, and from young age, these kids are all going to need help in 10, 15, 20 years. It's going to be a big deal. So we need to get it together now and create the space where we can grow, we can heal, we can learn, we can love, and that's what it's all about here on Operation Status Quo, where we observe the status quo and then we learn to flow with the quo. And of course, we can always create a new quo, because our quo goes, We fly as the quo, as the crow flies, as the quo flies, you know, as the quo flies. Maybe that should be the name of the show. I don't know. All right, listen, I'm Pete Palma. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Send this out to all your friends, your family, those you love, those you despise. You know, and I ask you please to take the time to at least click like or drop a comment or subscribe. You know, really trying to get this out there. I want to build a community. I want to include other people. You're all included, so it's not just me. You're part of it. I want you to be part of it. So you know, let's do that. Let's do that and help each other, because that's what we want to do. We want to help each other out in this world today. All right. So anyway, I hope you have a nice day here, the 23rd of March of 2023, month 03, 2323, 333. And yeah, that's it, right? As I make sure, I don't know why I have to think if I have anything else to say, but I said like, subscribe, share, and all that kind of stuff. So there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do but say goodbye. So have a great one. Until next time, remember to flow with the quo, yo. Have a great day. God bless each and every one of you out there. Catch you next time.
Is a boulevard of 10 short blocks.